Welcome to the tutorial video for how to configure your Services Hub on-demand assessment for System Center Configuration Manager. In this video, you'll learn the prerequisites to setting up your assessment, the requirements for the user account used to do the setup, step-by-step instructions for completing the setup, and finally you'll see how to view and analyze the results of the assessment. If you haven't already, you'll need to install the Services Hub on-demand assessment agent on your system. You can watch a short tutorial video at the link displayed here. In this tutorial, you'll learn how to set up and configure your System Center Configuration Manager, or SCCM, assessment. To configure this assessment, you'll need a domain user account with the following rights: admin rights on all servers or site system in the Configuration Manager hierarchy, a single user account if the site systems are in multi-domain environment, unrestricted network access to every server or site system in the Configuration Manager hierarchy, administrator permission to all SQL servers used by the Configuration Manager sites or software update points, full access rights to the Configuration Manager site objects in all primary sites, and sysadmin rights on all SQL instances used by Configuration Manager sites or software update points. To begin, log into the data collection machine and create a working directory for the SCCM assessment data to be stored. Copy the working directory and open the PowerShell prompt by right-clicking and choosing Run as Administrator. Then in PowerShell, run the command as add-sccm assessment. Then click Tab, and if you see the line autocomplete, you'll know the agent setup module is loaded successfully. For the next input, press a space, then a dash, and tab to enter any server name or the Configuration Manager site name, which is the highest in the hierarchy. Ideally, this would be a central site or a primary site, whichever is the highest in your hierarchy. Press a space, then a dash to bring up the working directory input. Here, input the path of your working directory in double quotes. Finally, enter your administrator account credentials and password, then hit Enter. Now it is safe to close the PowerShell window. Now open Task Scheduler and schedule your task for a future date to avoid the manual task that we will schedule right now conflicting with a future scheduled task. So go into Assessments, click on SCCM Assessment, Properties, Triggers, and edit this trigger to run at a future date, likely 3 or 4 days from today. For example, if this was created on a Thursday, we would choose to run this assessment on Tuesday and click OK. Enter your credentials to edit the task, then right-click and choose Run. Next, go into your working directory to make sure that things are working fine. After a few minutes, you'll see files generated here. Go into the Data Model folder and make sure your sites are being discovered. Next, go into Logs and open the Discovery trace to make sure there are no unexpected exceptions. Finally, after 3 or 4 hours, you can analyze the results of your SCCM assessment. You open your OMS workspace, and for your SCCM assessment, you will see Recommendations. Clicking on the tile will show you all the recommendations for your SCCM assessment. Clicking one of the recommendations will show you the recommendation, the issue, the suggested action to fix the issue. This also shows the impact of the issue on your environment, the probability of the issue reoccurring, the effort needed to mitigate the risk, and finally, which servers and other objects were affected. This concludes the configuration of your SCCM on-demand assessment.